Hello, and welcome to another edition of All or None According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. As you can see, I am wearing my Sea of Tranquility Fall Fest 2022 shirt, but that is not the topic of right now. Right now, we are going to do another year of top three metal albums. Here goes. We're talking about the year 1999. I know everybody waited for a couple weeks before getting this episode, so I apologize for that. Had a lot of things going on. One of them, getting ready for uh, SOT Fest. Uh, you know, putting an episode together for that. I had my sports episode that from last night, I believe I recorded it. Uh, Probably going to do right after this. I'm going to do either before or after. I'm going to do an episode with Pete Pardo, interviewing him about SOT Fest. But I digress at the moment. So, the year 1999. Let's talk about it. So, the funny thing about the year 1999. So back in what was it? Back in the 80s, Prince had a song. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. And now that we have passed that, we've left 1999 in the dust. Here it is, 2020, 2022, 23 years later. Wow, something else. But 1998 was my banner year, and just so if you're not aware, if you weren't at SOT Fest, we were given the question. So, what would be your favorite year of metal and why? So I picked 1998, and so if you'd like to know more, please go back and watch that episode. That is probably really is my favorite year. But 1999 wasn't too shabby either. We had some really good albums in 1999. There are three, so buckle down, buckle up rather, and off we go. So the first one, let's bring it up. Primal Fear's second album, Jaws of Death. So why do I like Jaws of Death so much? Uh, so it starts off with this, I don't know, 1.5 minute instrumental. Sounds like it's some kind of warning sign or warning sound that like an industrial toxic waste area. Then it goes right into Final Embrace. Great song. Gave that 4 stars. Save a Prayer. Excellent song. 4 stars. Church of Blood. Probably one of my top songs when I did the top songs with Pete Pardo, maybe a year or two ago. Yeah, Church of Blood. Did I say that? Yes, Church of Blood, one of my top songs. Into the Future, another great song. So right off the bat, your first 4 full songs are 4 star songs. How can you go wrong? Hell of a follow up to the debut. Under Your Spell, a little bit more of a, how would you say, a ballad. Pretty cool. 3 stars. Play to Kill, 4 stars. Nation in Fear, 3. When the Night Comes, 3. Fight to Survive, probably another one of my favorite songs on this album, 4 stars. Hatred in My Soul, 3 stars. So you really cannot go wrong with the second Primal Fear. When we get to their third album, gonna be more of the same. So this band really kicks ass for me. So thank you guys from Germany. Oh, by the way, so all the bands that I mentioned, I have seen in concert. So pretty cool stuff. next band, and this is going to be a debut album of lads from Finland, Sonata Arctica. Another really cool band. I saw them, I think, was it 2004, 2005. I think they opened for Hammerfall at a place called BB King's in Manhattan. It was on 42nd Street. Unfortunately, that place has met its demise. Damn shame. I really liked it. It's a cool place, but all things must pass. So Sonata Arctica. I love the cover, by the way. It's an album called Elliptica or Ecliptica. I'm not sure how that's pronounced exactly. But let's go through the songs. Blank File, 3 stars. My Land, 3. Eighth Commandment, the first 4-star song of the album. Replica, 3. Kingdom for a Heart, 4. Full Moon, 4. Letter to Dana, that was probably the off tune of the album. Basically a love song to somebody named Dana. There's flute in it. Unopened, 3 stars. Picturing the Past, 4. And Destruction Preventer, 3. I know they, very heavy keyboard laden. Keyboards and guitar for this band. Good band. I enjoyed them. All right, so band number 3, and I have mentioned them on this show before. I think you will like them. Dream Theater. Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. So this song, this is a what the hell is that called? A sequel to a song from one of their earlier albums. So it's basically a concept album. It's the first album to feature keyboardist Jordan Rudess. Concept album about a guy going through past life regression. Guy thinking about his life in a past life and seeing visions of a young woman who was murdered and might even be him, or he had a relationship. You know what? I'm trying to keep this 50 words or less. I'm not going to go into the whole synopsis. And I may have mentioned in the past that I'm not a huge fan of concept albums, but this album, I mean, the instrumentals are just to die for. So let's go through it. Scene and each song is broken down by scene. So you have scene 1, regression. It's basically an introduction. Scene 2, part 1, Overture 1928, 4 stars. It's an amazing, amazing instrumental. Scene 2, part 2, Strange Deja Vu. I gave that 3 stars. Scene 3, part 1, Through My Words, about a minute or 2 piano interlude. Song number 5 is called Scene 3, part 2, Fatal Tragedy. First minute or so is a piano, or half a minute, piano ballad. Starts to really tell the story of what I talked about, 50 words or less. Amazing, another great instrumental. And this song's pretty heavy to boot. So this is more prog metal, and I love it. Scene 4, Beyond This Life, another 4-star song. Disc 1 closes with Scene 5, Through Her Eyes, 3 stars. I gave that one. So Act 2, it just doesn't let down. So about 3/4 of the first disc to the end are freaking amazing. I would say half the second disc, it just continues. Scene 6, Home, that's about a 12-minute song. I gave that 3.5 stars. It's got some sitar in it, which is pretty cool. A mixture of instrumental and words spoken, well, not sung words. Song number 9 is Scene 7, Part 1, The Dance of Eternity, 6-minute instrumental. Probably my favorite song of the album. It's got some ragtime piano, which I love. And just an amazing, amazing heavy jam. Good stuff. Rounds out the album, Scene 7, Part 2, One Last Time. Scene 8, The Spirit Carries On. And Scene 9, Finally Free. All 3 stars I gave those. So that's my 3. Primal Fear, Jaws of Death, Sonata Arctica, Ecliptica, and Dream Theater. Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. By the way, I did see these guys on this tour. They played the whole album in its entirety, from basically cover to cover in running order. They played at a place called Roseland in New York City. If you saw my, the hell's it, my first SOT Fest recapping pictures, there's a picture of Pete, myself, and a guy named Greg Kickert. The 3 of us were among a bunch of other people that saw the show together. And yeah, really kicked ass. And in that show, professional wrestler Chris Jericho actually was at that show. And he just walked in off the street and he said hello to all of us. He signed my ticket stub. I don't have it anymore, but very cool guy to talk to. As you can tell, he's into the prog rock and the prog metal and straight heavy metal stuff, like all of us. So, very cool night. So anyway, this is Jack Toledano speaking for All or Not According to Jack. Until the next time, I thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. Maybe in another few days, you'll see the year 2000. Have a good one, all.